On to some more stuff. I know that it's been in the chat a lot. We've left it long enough. It's time for Jurassic World Evolution 3. It's been a pretty busy month as we've brought you 2 dinosaur showcases and 2 feature focuses. And if you've missed any of these so far, you can go to the Jurassic World Evolution YouTube channel to watch them back, or you can go to JurassicWorldEvolution.com. But there is so much more to see ahead of the game's launch this October. And keep your eyes peeled for more information and more feature focuses in the next month. We've got one coming for terrain tools and one coming for the new modular building in Jurassic World Evolution 3. And the already available, you can look at the feature focuses on the breeding programs and also on family units. So another thing we shared over the last couple of weeks are 2 dinosaur showcases, the Lokiceratops and the Utahraptor. And to say that these 2 have gone down incredibly well with the community is pretty much an understatement. You guys have absolutely loved them and we've loved seeing the reaction to them. And as a little recap, here is the dinosaur showcase on the Lokiceratops. A rather familiar voice narrating the Lokiceratops there, but who's for some more stuff? So earlier this week, I had a chance to catch up with a senior concept artist, Emma, and what it was like bringing the Lokiceratops and the Utahraptor back to life. So Emma, welcome to the Frontier Unlocked sofas. If people don't know who you are, would you mind introducing yourself and telling people what you do?
Yeah, sure. So I'm the senior concept artist on Jurassic World Evolution 3. I also worked on Jurassic World Evolution 2, and I get to oversee the designs of all of our lovely dinosaurs.
So you're part of the team that actually design these creatures, bring them to the game, bring them to life with information from paleontologists and Universal as well.
Yeah, exactly. So once we get that species name that we're going to add into the game, we jump straight into research to begin with. I like looking at the skeleton, the fossil. Do we have any cool fossilized material to work with? Do we need to maybe use fossil evidence from other species? And keeping in mind all that research, we also balance it thinking about how can we imagine this animal? What would this animal look like in the Jurassic World franchise?
Yeah. So let's kick things off with the Utahraptor that we revealed a couple of weeks ago. People were very excited to see this guy back again. Can you just tell us about the Utahraptor, like as a whole, what players can expect?
Yeah, so the Utahraptor is a dromaeosaurid. So that's the same family as Velociraptor. And from that family, they were the biggest. So in their environment in the early Cretaceous, they were the apex predator. And they were particularly robust and quite heavy for a dromaeosaur. And they had to be because they were hunting ankylosaurids.
Blimey, that's a big boy to chew through, absolutely. Yeah. So dimorphism is a huge part of Jurassic World Evolution 3. So can you tell us about what differences the male and the female Utahraptors have?
Yeah, sure. So, now the Jurassic World Evolution 3, we have males and females. Until now, we only had females. So the differences with the Utahraptor, we went for something quite naturalistic and a little bit subtle, but once you train your eye to see it, you'll feel like a really accomplished ranger. So the male is a little bit more robust, a little bit. It's got a slightly bigger crest on the head, a little bit larger body, while the female is a little bit more slim. And the male also has a slightly different pattern as well. It's got a really cool line going down the neck.
You've got the males, you've got the females, but you've also got the juveniles. So how do they compare when you're designing those?
Yeah, well, the juvenile it's like designing another dinosaur. It's the same amount of work. And we usually have way less fossil evidence to work with, so we have to supplement a lot of it looking at real-life animals and how we have to look at a lot of baby animals, essentially. So we look at, say, baby birds and how much the skull in particular changes quite a lot as they grow up. And using that science, we end up with really cute babies.
So it's not just artistic license to make them look really, really cute and adorable. There's genuine science behind how they look.
The science makes them extra cute.
That's so cool. So with obviously breeding in the game and the juveniles with their adult parents, what kind of traits can you see being passed down?
Well, just like in nature, you know, if you've got a beautiful herd of your red Utahraptors, the juveniles are also going to be carrying on that trait and look like their parents, and they're going to be red as well.
So feathers are a big part of the Utahraptor's design. It's very, very distinctive. Did you have real world evidence of the feathers that they have in the game?
Yeah, well, we have a lot of fossils showing us that dromaeosaurs had feathers. We don't have any for the Utahraptor yet, but we do have them for related species, and we can even see on those species that on the arm there's little holes for the quill knobs, where the feathers would have come out of, and we wanted to make sure we got that shape right because it's quite a particular type of wing. They couldn't quite use it to fly.
So even though the Utahraptors, obviously it's a predator, it's carnivorous, but when you've got them in your parks, your herds, they are quite family oriented.
Yeah, they are, and we even have fossil evidence for this. We've got fossils of the whole family of the adult with the juvenile, and they're eating their little hunted dinosaur that they had, and they're just all a family unit. You don't want to separate them in your park.
Absolutely not. So one of the other dinosaurs that we revealed was the Lokiceratops, and I think that one has gone down pretty well with prospective players. Can you tell us more about the Lokiceratops itself?
Yeah, so the Lokiceratops is a ceratopsian, and it's been a while since we've had a new one in the game, so this was really our chance to put a lot of love and energy into this one, make it the best it can be. We looked at a lot of fossil evidence, even for the skin, even on the materials on the Lokiceratops itself. We looked at fossilized skin impression from other ceratopsians to really add in those extra science details.
Speaking of details, again, we have the dimorphism in Jurassic World Evolution 3. How do the male and the females differ?
So the Lokiceratops, I'd say, is an example of quite prominent dimorphism. So the male and female have slightly different crests, and even in the fossil itself is a really cool skull. It's almost complete, and you can see how asymmetrical it is. And we represented that in the game as well. So the male and female both have slightly asymmetrical crests with that little bit of lovely natural wonkiness that really makes them feel alive.
Yeah, and of course you've got the juveniles as well. How are they to design and compare to the adults?
Well, the juvenile, we do actually have skulls of juvenile ceratopsians, and they're really adorable, and they also have quite a different head shape, which was interesting. They've got really big eyes, like they've not quite grown into their crest yet, so that was really fun to reference, and I think our final juveniles are so cute. I think they're one of my favourites.
That's amazing. So the moral of the story is, for the Lokiceratops and the Utahraptor, science is quite simply cute.
Yes.
And I think people are going to be really, really excited to get them in their parks. Emma, thank you so much for joining us today and giving us your insight onto designing these dinosaurs. Thank you for taking the time. Really, really do appreciate it. And if you want to see more of these dino showcases, then please stay tuned to the Jurassic World Evolution 3 YouTube channel. But for now, we're going to take a look at that gameplay trailer once again.
Welcome to the Dinosaur Integration Network, or DIN for short. Our organization brings groundbreaking, sustainable breeding programs to a global clientele of demanding site owners. We are taking paleo curation into exciting new territory. Where previous pioneers exclusively synthesized female dinosaurs, we are also creating males. These animals aren't assets to us, but the beginning of a new evolution. And do keep an eye on the young dinosaurs. They can inherit more than just appearances. Every site must be a perfect balance of security and spectacle. Protecting our guests is crucial, but so is inspiring the next generation. As with any project of this scale, not everything will go according to plan. As the park manager, you'll also need to assess emerging situations and get them under control. It won't be easy, but that's why we're hiring the best. Din is here to make a difference. Now, I'm sure you have plenty of questions, but please...
Caution, gate opening.
This is your first and final warning. Din must not continue.
So there you go, a closer look into the Utahraptor and the Lokiceratops, two fantastic species you'll get your hands on when the Jurassic World Evolution 3 releases in October. If you want to catch up with the previous feature focuses and dino showcases, you can do so over on the Jurassic World Evolution YouTube channel, and I know you're clamoring for more stuff, but stay tuned for more feature focuses and more dino showcases in the coming weeks.